They're sorry, as 12 days ago we checked in with Nijisanji English's Albin Knox, who had replied to an animated meme from the McDonald's Japan account, only to be told from numerous fans, "Hi Albin, please do not support McDonald's, for they are currently on the BDS list of companies to boycott. This list including consumer targets, divestment and exclusion targets, pressure targets, and quote-unquote organic targets." Albin Knox eventually going on to delete that McDonald's Japan quote retweet, as before all that, a Vanta Crowbringer fan had posted this photo, placing his puppet next to a Starbucks cup. Vanta replying, "How do I order this?" Originally receiving this reply, "Come to Japan in the spring because it's a limited edition spring drink from Starbucks in Japan." And while this Nijisanji English talent would go to Japan, but he would not go to Starbucks, as numerous fans would reply to Vanta's question with this graphic, informing him of an ongoing boycott against Starbucks. Vanta Crowbringer acknowledging this and saying, I apologize for my ignorance. Thank you for informing me." And now, less than 2 weeks later, we turn to Nijisanji English's Scarle Yonaguni, who has also taken a trip to Japan, taking part in off collaborations with other Nijisanji English livers, while last night running a stream entitled "I Try Every Cake at Starbucks Japan." That stream receiving backlash while it was still ongoing, with one viewer making Scarle aware of this during the stream, and she would respond with this.
"I don't know, bro. Please keep your politics out of my chat. I'm gonna time you out. I don't know, bro. Don't breathe. I'm just enjoying my time in Japan, okay? Fuck off with that, okay? Keep the rules. Keep your politics out of my chat. This is for fun. Why are you ruining the fun? Why are you killing the vibe? Fuck off. Take that somewhere else. Thanks. Thank you. I already fuck off with that shit, dude. Fuck off with that. If you're gonna bring up shit that why? Why are you killing the vibe and breaking my rules?
Some users pointing out her rules, which say do not mention numbers. If you do, you will be timed out, along with no discussions or comments about politics, drama, or doxing speculations. If I see it as a comment, it will be removed and you will be timed out. If it is a dono/super chat, I will thank you for the dono, but I will not read the message. Users on Twitter reacting with "I'm disappointed," even after 2 of her co-workers were already informed too. Alongside this direct at, "I'm not doing this anymore. I refuse to stay silent. Scarle Yonaguni, you need to know that your fans are informing you about the boycott. Yet your response is, get your politics out of here and you're ruining the vibe. There's a genocide going on. If you have the chance to see this, apologize from what you've responded. Listen to what your fans are informing you, yet you chose to ignore it. Unless you're uneducated, you still have the time to delete the VOD, but because this is your first time in Japan, you chose to go to Japan McDonald's and Starbucks. If Vanta and Albin are informed about the boycott, so can you, Scarle. If you have time, I want to hear your apologies and your response after the stream. You do know there is a genocide going on. Other reactions such as, "To be honest, Scarle absolutely deserved the smoke she got for this. Like, even outside of the fact that Starbucks has been embroiled in scandals the last 2 years, if you wanted to not get pushback on takes, you should just avoid products that will get you that. It's branding 101. Further, we have, "I'm gonna need the livers or any big VTuber to realize that just because your fans love you, that don't mean you can't be criticized or called out. It's not canceling or being attacked. You're being either educated or held accountable. But how you respond to it is up to you. And if your immediate reaction to getting educated on something is to shut it down and close your ears, then don't be surprised if your supporters become disappointed in you." We also have, "I just saw the video, effing hell. I'm so mad right now for Scarle to be dismissive like that. Wow. I don't normally pray for people's downfall. I'm not like that. However, yeah, she can burn in hell for real, for real." Scarle would go on to address the backlash on her next stream here.
Go ahead and address it. Yes, I see it. I'm terribly sorry. Okay. I'll address it really quick. I didn't think anything of it at the time. Okay. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't think of... I wasn't thinking. Okay, honey. And I'm not very aware of, what's going on. I know it sounds very arrogant, and I'm terribly sorry. I won't be doing this again. I'm gonna cut the VOD. I'm terribly sorry. Okay. I will educate myself, and I will never do this again. I'm terribly sorry. I quickly did like a quick look through and I was like, oh, okay, I didn't think it was an issue. Or I just didn't know this was a part of it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm just educating myself, and don't worry, I'll cut the VOD, and I'm terribly sorry. Okay. Don't worry, don't worry.
Some of those very same users responding with surprisingly quick, I'm glad she's learning. As on the other side, we would have reactions like harassing her until she submits, she's learning all right, and she shouldn't have apologized, she did nothing wrong. While in contrast, we have let's go, hope she learns and educates herself on the matter. She should have apologized to begin with. Y'all's behavior just weird AF, and just want to say that while it's good that she apologized, her words still hurt to hear, calling genocide politics. We also have some users that appear to be confused, like she was so defensive and now she's doubling down, alongside comments like good day and a very awful life to anyone harassing Scarle over eating Starbucks cakes. I hope you grow up and mature at one point in life, alongside why did weird dude bros get more angry over Uki making a white people joke than they did about Scarle being very dismissive of a boycott against genocide. We also have the Nijisanji EN anything account, a bot posting anything about Nijisanji English livers, today giving us Scarle Yonaguni has quit and become an office worker instead. Well, next we check in with very good friend of Scarle's, Nijisanji English's Fulgur Ovid. Two of them being friends even before being within Nijisanji. Fulgur now looking quite different, rolling out his new archivist look by Lam, and also announcing that he has merchandise alongside Doppio Drop Scythe at the upcoming Virtual Rhapsody event. Earlier this morning, Fulgur Ovid would tweet out, the sheep pile is always supposed to be a comfy space for everyone. Thank you all for helping me to keep it that way and teaching me things I didn't know. I'll be working on this week's schedule shortly, and I hope we can keep making more fun memories together. Many users simply going on to reply with thank you to Fuchan, or so glad to be here with every ba, looking forward to the future, while others were a little more aware of what this meant, such as I have no other words other than thank you for listening to us and further keeping our space comfy. This while many users did not know what this was referring to. This reply asking, does anyone know where his The Last of Us VODs went? I was just watching one like an hour ago, and now they're all private for some reason. And yes, it is true, all of the Last of Us series VODs on Fulgur Ovid's channels have been set to private. That in relation to comments like these before, reading I was under the impression that it's an unspoken rule to not bring up boycotts in live or streams, but I saw the thing with Scarle was possible, so I hope more confidants call out Fulgur for playing The Last of Us. If you genuinely think Scarle should know about Starbucks in the first place, then I hope you are applying the same standard to Fulgur. This explaining part of that tweet that read, helping me to keep it that way and teaching me things I didn't know from Fulgur. Well, now we have more reactions like, okay, I really hope the Nijisanji EN livers all come together to have a meeting about this and decide not to mention any brands, because I really don't want to see this happen with more livers. Alongside, no, let them do whatever they want. It's not your nor any other quote-unquote fans' job to police or quote-unquote teach them anything. She did nothing wrong, period. This all once again as we check back in with Hololive Japan's Hachima, proudly displaying up this photograph of her Mr. Donut and Starbucks haul, while we also have comments like, I'll be honest, as a fan of the other company, I admire Niji fans' willingness to speak up for what's right, because if you do this here, you get shut down immediately. This all coming after Nijisanji Japan had a very active campaign with McDonald's Japan, including playing messages from Nijisanji livers within stores across Japan. As who is working with many brands right now is dokibird, reacting to this chart with this by way of Stream Hatchet, offering up the top VTubers for February by average viewers on both Twitch and YouTube. dokibird there coming in 4th place for the month, or as her fans would say, 3rd place plus 1. dokibird going on to post up her schedule for this week, including yet another collaboration with Ditto, RPR, and Uto. As yesterday she would tweet out, I just hibernated for 12 hours, rest day hitting hard. This after offering up this surprise, saying I was invited tomorrow by Apex to participate in the Nessie Cup. Teams are randomized and will be playing some mini games, so it won't be your regular type tournament. Apex Legends offering up a chance at a $250,000 prize pool in this month-long invitational series. Minus Tempo showing off this Nessie and asking, do I give this to Doki? As that trophy collector would reply, why is that even a question? Doki later tweeting out an update, we made it to the finals, that's going to be on the 28th, but that means we won't be able to do the other invitationals in between, suffering from success.
Yeah. 我们一起喵什么叫？一起喵喵喵喵喵，在里面青涩的叫，哎呦喵喵喵喵喵。
Hashtag Doki Gallery receiving more attention, such as this piece from Ouchie Hit Me. Mochi getting in on this meme with right way to watch TV. As updating us further again is Russ Pixels. Here's the cursors of Outgirl dokibird version for everyone. That is real wrong also would give us Doki and VR chat, saying I might also share the behind the scenes here where I almost fell when crouching. And also to the Doki Gallery was this animated work, Ace saying, "Deer are scary, bro." That being in response to the Whophobia stream, as joining dokibird was V Shoujo's Fruit, alongside Amelie and CyYu.
No, CyYu. CYYU, the voice actor. Okay. Here, I'll type it down. The voice actor. I know, it got confusing. It got confusing. There's a sigh.
CyYu, the VTuber slash voice actor, informing us, if you're playing Unicorn Overlord, that he has voiced another white-haired lightning user, and yes, you can romance him. Well, now we're finally reporting on a story that involves both Amelie alongside Yuzu and Bao the Whale. Giving us now an initial breakdown of that story is our co-host Lae-Dee. Take it away.
Thanks, False. Voice actor, singer, and VTuber Amelie had reached over 100,000 views within the first 10 hours of their cover Call Me Beep Me, having now reached almost 1 million views. So that's not all, as this monarch goes out to meet the queen, that being Amazon Originals has-been hotel content creator VisiPop. As Amelie would also go out to celebrate the launch of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, happy to announce that they provided some additional voices for the game, and giving an important announcement regarding their merch, to which the current shop for Amelie merchandise is currently on a temporary close, is undergoing a process of transitioning to a new distributor. With any current updates and concerns, to please be emailed towards Veet Ramen. Tsunagi Yuzu releases a merch update regarding their very first merch drop, Yuzu's First Light, from April 29th of 2023. Posting, for full transparency, I am owed around $4,500 from the merch company I worked with, and that as of February 27th of 2024, they have not yet received any revenue from that merch line that had been managed by Copium Merch. Posting, it was only until recently I found out the company had burnt through all their funds and still has yet to pay me. Currently, the owner has agreed to give me a full transfer of remaining inventory of my merchandise, as well as 100% of the revenue that will be made from it. Selling the remaining stock will be my only option of getting back what I am owed. With the entire situation putting a serious amount of stress on Yuzu and damage of trust within their community, they are thankful that Veet Ramen has offered to take over sales and shipment for the remainder of the inventory. Lastly, saying I'm truly and deeply sorry to my community who has been extremely patient and understanding throughout all of this. Thank you all for your support. That as we have just a jiggly whale girl, Bao, disclosing that they have also not yet received any revenue from their sold merch since 2022, stating my previous merch company owes me approximately $16K after production costs and fees. After being promised multiple times throughout the 2023 year that I would receive my missing payments, it was only last month that I finally find out that the company has completely burned through all their funds, leaving no money left to pay me out at all. Following a similar situation as Yuzu, where they were left with the only option of taking the remaining inventory and selling it themselves with 100% profit, to at least break even and salvage what was originally supposed to be Bao's revenue. Further thanking Veet Ramen for kindly volunteering to take over sales and shipments of the remainder of the inventory, while also stating, I genuinely thank each and every one of you for your continued support and am deeply sorry that I once again must ask my community to be patient. That as we have Veet Ramen releases an update in regards to the influx of support tickets being sent. Posting, part of the delay involves needing to find what the previous fulfillment company, a separate entity than Copium, did with certain items and orders. With this update and communication being happily received, such as this reply from Girl DM, posting, thank you so much to everyone for their hard work.
Thank you, Lae-Dee. community. So once again, in review, Yuzu saying that she is owed $4,500 US, while Bao is owed 16,000 US dollars. Stating once again, I am aware that this does not account for the loss of time, damaged trust within my community, canceled orders due to the sheer amount of wait time my fans had to endure for their merch, attorney fees, and my mental health. I was consistently told I would receive my revenue after the merch orders were fulfilled, but that day never came as merch was continuously delayed, and to this day, many members of my community have yet to see their orders from over a year ago arrive. I gave the company countless chances to do right by my community because I could not fathom the true extent of the situation.
It has been very, very hard not having time to stream because I know that if I stream, I'm going to drain all my energy doing it and then not do anything else. You know, I've been working with my lawyer, same guy as last time. Shout out to my lawyer. I do be putting him through some shit. Sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Yeah, he's been super cool. Been working with other people affected, and looks like luckily I didn't, as fucked up as it is, it could be more of a fucked up situation, and it's still salvageable if you don't account for everything I had to go through to get to this point in order to make back what is owed to me. But through the power of friendship and the sadness of knowing that this is not my first time experiencing something like this, I was able to power through, get everything that needed to be done before my debut, because I have already locked in my debut for a while now. I'm unable to change when I debut because once I have a front page slot, that is not something that can easily be changed. So we were definitely working close to the clock, but looks like things will be okay. Thank you everybody for the kindness. Not gonna downplay how absolutely soul-crushing it is to go through this again. It's been a huge drain on my energy and all the really cool stuff I've been cooking, but honestly, just hanging out with you guys, and thank you to everyone that played Helldivers with me for like 72 hours nonstop last week. What I didn't tell you was what I was going through and why I wanted to suddenly play Helldivers for 72 hours. But you play with me anyways, with no questions asked. And I can't thank you any more than I already have.
Strongest soldier.
That's me. That's me, buddy. Hoorah! Put me on the front lines. I can take it. Nah, I'd win. Shout out to Vite Ramen. All I can say is I'm glad my Babble buddies are here. We're gonna make it out of this, Babble buddies.
Bao alongside other major VTubers 9 months ago having tens of thousands of dollars of issues with Studio Cell, as Bao also alongside Yuzu and others unmentioned having tens of thousands of dollars of issues with Copium merch. The website at this time no longer even available. Cha Latte back in December of last year saying Copium merch has rebranded. We're taking in new clients for launches in 2024. This individual also last year working as Bao's personal manager. Bao confirming that here with the owner of Copium merch was my manager. That no longer being the case. Bao saying further, in the beginning of my break, I personally asked them to take care of my socials so I could take a break. But they neglected pretty much all of my socials after just a month, so I took it back and just continued to stay off those socials. That is Bao's looking a little different now. Yuzu reacting here with God, she's so cute, I love her so much. My Ojo-sama, Tricky Wee here with my heart so cute, and Numi saying she's so pretty, maybe we can have fun fun on my goon couch together, alongside Cinder saying she's a cute little baby, OMG, I love her. This as Bao has an alternate look. Uzu reacting here with Smooch, Smooch Whale, Drool Over Whale, Blush at Whale. That new look of Bao's coming by way of Maddie, a sleepy artist and digital ghost, still working on her updated persona, and that being the same artist replying to the Selene Tatsuki termination notice, stating, I just want to say that it was amazing working with Selene. She was very kind and responsive. She even paid out of her own personal PayPal account when the company hadn't paid me after months of waiting. Not to mention they failed sending me non-disclosure agreements 3 times because they wrote someone else's name down on it. In my case, her management was supposed to be handling the payment to me, not her. At the time, they had hired new management to handle commissions. She asked them for months to handle the payments to me. But after months of waiting, she wanted to pay me personally. She tipped too. I think it's disgusting how they are dragging her name through the mud for their own mistakes. And now with even more things VTubers say, we turn to our co-host, Lae-Dee.
Crime boss gang leader Ellie gives you a delightful woof, receiving fan art coming from Numane that as this crime boss gives out a huge thank you on having raised over $11,000 for the American Heart Association, posting, "We are unstoppable." For Ishmael Comfy Gremlin Wereneko, OBK Cat points out that you're cute, while also disclaiming that there is an imposter impersonating them, and advising, if you want to see if anything is a legit account of mine, check my Discord server, and if the person you are talking to doesn't match the server owner, then it's not me. Stay safe. That as this VTuber ensures you that you are not safe behind that screen, and holy booba! Husky by the Geek has recently featured over 200,000 musicians within the Final Fantasy XIV community in honor of playing for 10 years. With this cover also including many VTubers, such as the Obake Pam, who quotes, "You might see a certain CEO in this." Fake Cat Girl, who's right some of the times, it's Esper Load, who is continuing the grind, while also releasing their latest cover of Obsession Love, with the vocals and MV art provided themselves. As Esper self-proclaims to be the world's second Korean fake cat girl, their cat girl-esque hairstyle does not end with just one, but multiple different toggles showcased in their very own live 2D model, rigged and drawn by themselves. Alien Boy VTuber Sakurai Shu releases a Valentine's Day song for you, that alongside their other cover of Hitomania. Half Yokai Senna recently releases their English cover of Cyberpunk Dead Boy, with the lyrics, vocals, and MV done by Senna themselves, and making note that it's almost been a month since they posted their Bling Bang Born cover, thanking everyone so much for all their love and support, that being their English cover, with once again the MV vocals and lyrics done by Senna themselves, with this current cover reaching almost 500,000 views at this time of recording.
That as this co-host has also been doing some covers.
That being the very important cover of Chichiwomoge, where I also worked on not only providing my vocals, but also working on the animation and MV by my little old self for the first time. Batgirl VTuber Emo showcases themselves as a chibi in comparison to their character, which was rigged by themselves. And with great power of rigging comes great responsibility, as they have made the XDD emote into a model now available for your enjoyment. Military tomboy horse girl Tomoe Umari marks that as of February 28th, the Tomoe Umari billboard has fallen, posting, "Let us remember its contributions to the morale of Umarmi service members all across the nation. Now it's time to pay our respects and bravely press on." That while also celebrating Horse Parade Day, as they reveal their very own 3D model debut, with this 3D model coming from Win3D. Kira P. Raptor Girl does a double VTuber re-debut, showing not only their pure Velociraptor form, but also a less pure Velociraptor form, with their design showcased here, with this very same Velociraptor girl showcased in this animation by John Tima.
So I prefer pure Dino Nuggies.
VTuber Kisa thanks everyone for over 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, as they also celebrate their 3-year streaming anniversary, as the collection of Kisas cannot be contained, as Kisa teases a goth Kisa coming soon. Shy Ichigo recently debuts, posting, "So much support and I just felt like I was on top of the world. I genuinely haven't had that much fun being live in a while. The new model is definitely going to make me even more excited and happy to stream stream with. That as they also went over their art contest winners alongside some honorable mentions. That while announcing their launch for merchandise in collaboration with Uwu Market. Artist, voice actor, and VTuber Sunny celebrates their 3 years of streaming. That while asking if you're ready to rock, having now debuted their brand new model. And now back to you, False.
Thanks once again, Lae-Dee. As that is all for this episode, I'll now be returning to the Celira timeline. She just got perms for Pal World. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below. Send in your VTuber news to our Discord, as we'll have more things VTubers say for you soon.
That being Amazon Originals. Restart. That as Yuzu would go out. Restart. That as Yuzu would go out to truly and deeply apologize to their community. Restart. I say computer. I ended up saying computer me. What? Restart. Lastly, saying I'm truly sorry and restart. Disclosing that they have also restart and thankful for each and every one. Restart. That as this crime boss has recently raised over 1,100. Restart. Has recently made a release. Restart. Restart.
Where I not only provided my vocals, but I also did the illustration and then
Yay. I don't know.
I don't like talking about myself.
Restart. It was great.
I don't know how to talk about myself. I feel like I talk about myself and I sound like I hate myself. I don't know. Ow! I hit my head on the desk.
Military tomboy horse girl restart. With this very sad velociraptor girl portrayed in this animation by Chance Restart. Restart.
However, I think I prefer the pure rapture for the dino nuggies.
Did that say? Oh, I didn't even realize it said this at the end of the video. I was just looking at the dino nuggies. Restart. Restart. I generally had restart.